Hey everybody, this is Tommy G.
And PJ.
And we are back from a little bit of a break here. Got a little bit of holiday on our in between games, and now we're finishing off our homestand. We're going to be going against the New York Wide Loads. It's good to be in Phoenix for one more time before we head out to Hawaii.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we had a couple at home here. I would have liked to take a couple more before we got out of here, but you know what? I'll be happy if we can take this one before we jump on the jet.
Yeah, it won't be easy. I mean, the similar teams in a similar situation as we are, so they're both going to be fighting to get out of this. It'll be a good game actually for two teams that are battling to just stay in this thing. If we go over and look at the season standings, you can see that the Beewolves are there at the bottom, and the Wide Loads are there at the bottom. Same record. We got a slightly better run differential, so depends on which Beewolves team we see take the field today. The one that scores points, the one that doesn't.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's where it's been at. Inconsistent offense. We've been getting really good games out of all of our pitchers. I think all four have gotten a start. They've all looked good. They just, some of them just didn't get the run production. I know Hurley Bender in his first outing, 10 Ks, winds up with a loss. They lose 13-9 or 11-9, something like that.
Yeah.
So he did his part on the mound. Whenever you can rack up 10 Ks in a game, you're doing pretty well. Ortiz pitched well, didn't rack up 10 strikeouts, but he lost by 2 runs. Japani did get run support, and she shut down the other team. So the Herbivores shut out 4-0, and then Deshaun Levant didn't look too bad on the mound. Just the Beewolves could only manage 1 run against Kerry Wayward and the Overdogs. So 1-3, not a good way to be.
Yeah. Well, and that last game that lost, we could talk about that for just a minute here.
Sure.
Overdogs. I mean, the Beewolves got out front first. It was in the bottom of the first with 2 outs that Bertha Banks steps up, and she gets her first home run of the year, pounds this one out over the left field wall. Like I said, her first is going to be more home runs, and I know at this point I was thinking the Beewolves were going to have it. It seemed like an easy thing. We should have beat the Overdogs, but
not so much.
No.
It was unfortunately with the Bertha Banks, the first inning home run, like Tom talked about. It was nice to see her hit with power. I mean, she's always been a big bat for the Beewolves, so it was good to see her get off the snide. Unfortunately, that was the only thing that the Beewolves could get across the plate.
Yeah, and pitching, Deshaun Levant looked great. And basically both teams held each other scoreless for several innings. It wasn't until in the top of the 6th when the Overdogs tie it up on a 1-2 Levant miss on this pitch here to Vet Victorino. She hits this one out over the left field wall also, and we were just talking about her just before that, and sure enough, one swing of the bat and the Overdogs are back in this thing, and it's a 1-1 tied game. But we know what Yvette can do from our time out there. And then it was just right after her, with 2 outs, Oscar Donaldson comes up and gets this double grounder past the mound into center field, which scores a runner, gets that RBI and puts the Overdogs out in front by 1. And then it's not that big of a gap. It's 2-1, but the Beewolves just couldn't put anything together, and it goes all the way out until the top of the 9th before we see more scoring. This time with 2 outs, Goodwood steps up and gets a double of his own. Another one past the mound out in the center field, gets an RBI much like that last one. Now they're out in front 3-1. And when you thought the Beewolves might be able to do anything, just a little bit later with 2 outs still in the top of the 9th, Schwartz comes up after going, I think, 0 for 3. She finally gets this one, piles this home run, 2-run home run, RBI over left field, bringing 2 more in, and then it's out of reach.
And that was off Dusty Winder, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Winder came in. No, Benson Rushmore came in to relieve. Right. Yeah. Sean Levant stayed late. He left. It was 3-1. Rushmore gives up that one hit, and then it's totally out of reach. Yeah. And finally, the game mercifully ends the bottom of the 9th when Magic Moore steps up, pops this fly ball out to deep center field. It had legs, but not enough, and it's caught at the warning track for the fly out, and the Beewolves drop another one, ending at this 1-3 record that we got to do something about, Pete.
Yeah, and it's kind of getting to be a tired story here in Phoenix. Is that the season has started and the Beewolves are off to a slow offensive start, and it's we've heard it before and we're seeing it again, and yeah, it's hopefully we can get this thing turned around again. We're coming up against the wide loads, and they seem to be struggling. I know Elora Franco. We all know what she can do at the plate, so we're gonna have to be careful with her because I'm sure she'll be happy to exact a little revenge for letting her go in the off season. But this is a winnable game. The Beewolves should be able to take this one before they head out of town.
Cool. Well, we got 10 other scores to give you before we go in depth into this one. Starting with the Gold Coats out there in Philadelphia playing the Frontrunners. Pete, you want to start us off with that one?
Surely, the Gold Coats are traveling to Philly to take on the Frontrunners.
Huh. Hit the wrong button. Let's try that again.
And then Tom hit the wrong button. Gold Coats jump out and take it 2-1.
Herbisaurs in St. Louis, the Sirloins. It's all Sirloins all day, 10-1.
Holy cow. Hot Corners taking on the Platypi. It's a back-and-forth battle, but the Platypi look like they're going to hold on and win that one 8-3.
The Houston Jacks out at the Outlaws in the West Coast, and it's all Jacks, 6-3.
Gold Coats travel to take on the Freebooters. It's Freebooters all day, 9-2.
The Frontrunners then head out to Detroit to play the Heat Raiders, and they beat them 2-zip.
Sawteeth taking on the Warblers. It's a low 2-17 Sawteeth.
Our sister Sandcats go up to Michigan to play the Moose. The Moose beat them 5-1.
Arctics taking on the Grapplers, and the Arctics win that one 7-4.
Buzzards out in Philadelphia playing the Freedom. Buzzards jump out quick, and they win it 6-3. Ooh, so that leaves us in this situation. Pete, Pioneer Conference, Pathfinder Division, go!
Pioneer Conference Pathfinder Division. Sitting atop the Pathfinder are the Moose with a record of 3-2. Just behind them in second place are the Burners, who have a record of 2-2.
Yeah, those Burners we're going to see in the next game. After this, we fly to Hawaii. Uncharted Division, the Buzzards, 5-0. Still the only undefeated team. They've won every game so far. And with a +9 run differential, they're a full game and a half ahead of the New York Wild Pigs, who are in second.
Yes, sir. Down there in the Journey Division, it's a two-way tie for first place. The Fort Lauderdale Freebooters and the Arctics sitting atop with records of 4-1, and the Grapplers in second place, a game back with a record of 3-2.
Very nice. In our conference, Explorer Conference, over the Seafair Division, those Houston Jacks are still in first place. They're 3-1, and they have got a full game lead against the Santa Monica Overdogs, Pete, who beat us in that last game. We're playing 500 ball.
Down in our very own trade division, the Nemesis, the Sirloins, and the Water Bullets all knotted at the top in first place with records of 2-2. So if you can play 500 ball in the trade division right now, you got a share of first place. So again, Nemesis, Sirloins, and Water Bullets all tied up at 2-2. And then the Beewolves and the Herbisaurs bringing up the back end, both of them with records of 1-3, and they're both a game out of first place.
Then to finish things off in the Curiosity Division, it is the San Jose Sawteeth, who are 4-1 with a +13 run differential, the second best in the league other than the Freebooters. They've got a half-game lead against the San Diego Moonstars, who are 3-1. That brings us to tonight's game. It's the New York Wild, those 1-3 Bullpen Beasts, who are also strong with power and contact, so we got to be careful against these guys. They could get us with the long ball like everybody else has. They're going up against our 1-3 Beewolves, and they're going to be doing their starting pitcher, Ladd Bradwick. That's what I was going to say. Ladd's the only new player on the team. Actually, they picked him up. He came over from Blowfish last season, and so far Ladd's only played once, but he's played well. So the right-hander, their starting main pitcher, throws the ball hard. He's got good junk, and he's really accurate. He has no record so far in the season. He's got a 1.59 ERA and a 106 WHIP.
That's got me concerned. 1.59 ERA.
Yeah.
Notable players for the Wide Loads. You got Darcy Hicks at first base. He's locked in. He's got very good power, excellent ability to connect, and about average speed on the base pass. He's hitting 333 with 2 home runs. Chimo Gaspar, the shortstop, he's locked in, and he's got good power. He's got about average ability to connect and average speed on the base pass. He's hitting 412 so far this season with 1 home run. And then Elora Franco, the former Beewolf first baseman, tense, but she's got very good power, better than average ability to connect, and good speed on the base pass. Unfortunately, she's only hitting a paltry 176 and has not gone yard yet. but she's coming back to the friendly confines. She's hit quite a few out here in Red Rock. Tom.
Yeah, I was going to say the only new player. Now, she's obviously, there's 2 new players on that list. It's both Bradwick and Franco. Well, she's going to be going up against her old buddy, Hurley Bender. It's going to be our starting pitcher, the right-hander. Throws the ball hard. He's mostly known for his junk, obviously the Bender last name, and he's accurate. He's got no record on the season so far, as well losing in his first game. It didn't show up as a loss. He's got a 4.76 ERA. He'd like to see a little smaller. He's got a 1.41 WHIP.
And notable players, Hanley Dexter is the superstar shortstop. He's locked in. He's got better than average power, very good ability to connect, very good speed on the base pass. He's hitting 400 for the season with 1 home run. Buster Biggs out in left field. He's got good power, good connectivity, and very pretty good speed on the base pass. He's hitting 353 with 2 home runs. And then Sturdy Woodman at first base. He's got better than average power, very good ability to connect, and less than average speed on the base pass. He's hitting 333 with 1 home run. And yeah, Bender didn't get charged with the loss. The new relief pitcher did. What was his name again? I keep forgetting it.
Case Barajas. Yeah.
Case Barajas. That's right. Case Barajas came in, and that's where the game got out of control, and he wound up getting charged for the loss.
Well, we may see Case back in this game too. We are looking at getting the lineup.
I'm sure that makes Hurley Bender very happy.
Yeah.
Why is he always pitching when I'm?
Yeah. Gotta lose my game. It's just the lineup looks like this. Hanley Dexter is going to bat first. He's locked in. He'll play shortstop. Right behind him in right field, Billy LeBlanc, who's no longer tense. He will bat second, batting third. Buster Biggs will play left field. Then at first base and batting cleanup, fourth, Sturdy Woodman. Batting fifth, Freddie Knox is going to play second base. Gina Torrens is tense. That's a shame. In center field, batting sixth, Magic Moore. Right behind him, Bertha Banks is going to bat seventh to play third base. Behind the plate today, going to be Eliza Peck. Eliza Peck filling in Steve Monstour, also tense. And we have Hurley Bender on the mound. He's going to be throwing the forefinger, the two-finger, the cut finger, the curveball, and the slider. And I'm excited to see what Hurley could do against this wide-load team, Pete. It's good to have them in town. Welcome back, Elora Franco.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's nice to see her back. Beautiful day. Got the roof open. So we'll have some nice cool breezes blowing through here. It'll be nice to be in the ballpark for a ball game.
Mm-hmm. Always is.
Certainly is.
Never a bad day.
Not at the ballpark.
Nope.
No, sir.
Not going to see one.
No, sirree, Bob. Going for the wide loads, you're going to have Darcy Hicks leading off at first base, Elora Franco at third base, Chimo Gaspar at shortstop, Ella Royds in right field, Hobbs playing center field, Baker at second base, Shepard in left field, Prize catching, and Ladd Bradwick taking the bump for the wide loads. So as we watch the Beewolves take the field, Darcy Hicks, Elora Franco, and Chimo Gaspar are going to get ready to take a first look at Hurley Bender. Will be on the bump for the Beewolves.
First baseman, Darcy Hicks.
And the umpire yells, play ball. Darcy Hicks hitting 333, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. He's locked in and fit. First pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike, strike one. And the game is underway. Darcy Hicks, the wide load first baseman. That one's outside, ball one. Hicks with 2 home runs so far in the young season. That's in there for called strike, and now Hicks finds himself behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes with no outs in the top of the first. Ooh, check swing. And he was able to pull back for ball 2. Count is evened up, 2-2 now. There's a shot foul. That's going to bounce off the walls there. 2-2. And Hicks gets Bender to throw another pitch. There's a shot to Bertha Banks. She's going to pick that up. Double pump, make the throw over to Woodman for the first out. 1 down. And up steps Elora Franco, and the crowd goes wild. They love her here in Phoenix. Elora Franco's tense but fit. They got her slotted at third base after playing first base for a couple seasons for the Beewolves. First pitch is inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Franco tense but fit. There's a roller to Bertha Banks. He's going to pick it up, make the throw to Woodman for the second out. And how many times did we see that? Banks to Franco. Chimo Gaspar, the shortstop, steps in. 2 outs, bases empty for Gaspar. Gaspar, the wide load shortstop, takes the first pitch for a called strike. Strike one. Gaspar off to a good start, hitting .412 with a home run, 6 RBIs so far. Swing and a miss, and Gaspar was out in front of that one. He's now in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Chimo Gaspar selling used cars over there in New York. That was popped up into the outfield. And Freddie Knox is there, makes the catch with his back to the infield. Way to go, Freddie. All right. So as we head into the bottom of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors for the wide loads. We're going Hanley Dexter's, Billy LeBlanc, and Buster Biggs going to take a first look at Lad Bradwick, the new import from the Blowfish.
How about that? Hanley hitting 400 on the season. Looks like Elora Franco's at third base. It's a hard hit first pitch. Out into left center field. That's off the wall. Hanley's already he's gonna walk into second base, considering third. And way to start the game off Hanley.
Leadoff double, yeah. Billy LeBlanc, the right fielder, neutral and fit, favors the high pitch. He's hitting .222 with an RBI. Got a speedy runner in Dexter's at second base. LeBlanc takes the first pitch high, ball 1. That's in there for called strike. 1-1. That one's down. Ball 2. 2-1 to Billy LeBlanc. Swing and a miss. And the count is evened up 2-2. There's a roller to the Chimo Gaspar. Dagnabbit, Peter. So it goes to Chimo Gaspar, who makes the throw to Franco at third to tag out Dexter as LeBlanc was able to pull into first with a fielder's choice.
So yeah, LeBlanc at first base with 1 out. There's a hard liner straight to Gaspar. Gets the throw back to first. 2 down.
Okay. Sturdy Woodman, the first baseman's neutral and fit, hitting .333 with a home run, 2 RBIs. LeBlanc at first base with 2 outs. LeBlanc does not have a lot of speed. Team often chides him, calls him the corker out there because he corks up the base paths when he's out there. 2 quick balls to Woodman. 2 balls, no strikes. That one's outside, ball 3. 3-0 to Sturdy Woodman. Takes that one for a called strike. 3-1 now. Ooh, 3-2 full count to Sturdy Woodman, the first baseman.
Oh!
Called third strike, and Woodman goes down. I don't think... So we're going down, and there's no runs, 1 hit for the Beewolves. Eloroids, Wade Hobbs, and Izzy Baker are going to have a first look at Bender, who threw 11 pitches in the first inning.
Did. Eloroids coming up hitting .222 in the season. A little bit tense, but a good power hitter still. Really better got out of that first inning with 11 pitches. He's going to start the one with his 12th. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Nice delivery by Bender. Number 50 looking good today. Hard hit over the head of Hanley Dexter's. Buster Biggs is going to pick that up and throw it to second to keep the runner at first. Royds gets in there for a nice clean single. We got no outs now, and Wade Hobbs, the center fielder, hitting .312 on the season with 1 RBI. The pressure's up here in Phoenix. The crowd getting into it. And first pitch makes it inside corner. Nice 2-finger. Makes it in 0-1 the count to Wade Hobbs. 15th pitch by Harley Bender coming up right here. Breaking pitch makes it in also. Another strike. 0-2. He's got him where he wants him. Can he put him away? To Bertha Banks. To second. The turn to first. Double play. Way to go, Beewolves. Nice. What's that called? A 4-3-2? What is that?
Yeah, 4-3-2 right there.
All right. And that puts the Beewolves 1 away. You got Izzy Baker now, but he's hitting .600 on the season. Good contact. Solid contact hitter. I think punching a little above the belt. That one misses low. 1-0 the count to Baker. That one misses outside, and quickly a 2-0 to Izzy Baker. Ismundo. Back under control here. There's a strike. Infield is going to go to the guard the lines for Izzy Baker. 20th pitch by Hurley Bender. Swing out at 2-2-2. In the second, it's number 2 at 2-2. Swinging to strike 3. Hurley Bender gets his first K of the day and ends the side.
All right. So still no score as we head into the bottom of the second. Freddie Knox, Magic Moore, and Bertha Banks going to get a first look at Lad Bradwick. He threw 13 pitches with a strikeout, gave up 1 hit in that first inning. ERA's at a 1.35. Freddie Knox is neutral and fit, hitting 182 though. A little bit of an offensive slow start for Knox.
It is. Hopefully turn around a little later in the season. Watch the first one in for strike. 0-1 with the count. That was looked a little high inside. It's 0-2. He's got him in a hole. Early swing fouls it off. Souvenir for third base line. Late swing at that one pushes to right field, waving that off. It's going to be Elroy's. He's going to pull that in for the first out.
One down, Magic Moore, the center fielder. He's neutral and fit, hitting 200 with a home run and 1 RBI. First pitch catches the outside corner for called strike. Strike one. That one's outside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Fouled off along the third base line into the stands. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Magic Moore. That one's high. Count is evened up 2-2 now. It's lifted into the air into center field and get there and make the catch for the second out. 2 down. And again, Beewolves off to a slow offensive start.
Yeah, possibility going 0-3 or 1-2-3. All stand and cheer for Bertha Banks, who got that home run in the first game. First a ball, then a strike. We're even at 1 apiece. That one just missed the outside quarter. 2-1 to Bertha Banks. Hitting .333, a nice even third. And there it is again. Pete pushes that ball to left field. It's caught at the wall by hell of a Shepherd.
Oh, I thought that was gone. Oh, well. Top of the third, still no score. Each team with 1 hit. Hell of a Shepherd. Prince Prize and Ladd Bradwick going to face Bender, who's thrown 21 pitches through 2 innings, giving up 1 hit. Hell of a Shepherd, the left fielder's known as a whiffer. She's neutral and fit, hitting .500 though on the season. So,
jeez,
pretty good for a whiffer. Swing and a miss. First strike to Hell of a Shepherd. Ooh, a little high on that one. She didn't chase. 1 ball, 1 strike with no outs. Top of the third, no score. That's inside ball 2. 2-1 now to Hell of a Shepherd. She's a hell of a Shepherd.
Sure is.
That's ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Hell of a Shepherd, who's hitting .500 on the season. Pitcher's got to give her something to swing at. Ball 4. And Hurley Bender has walked Hell of a Shepherd on 5 pitches. Prince Prize, the catcher's neutral and fit, favors the outside pitch. He's hitting .250 on the season. Shepherd with less than average speed. First pitch is in it for called strike. Strike 1. No outs with a runner at first base. Hell of a Shepherd standing at first. That's in it for called second strike. Prize looked like he was going to square around for a bunt.
Oops, sorry.
That one's inside ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Prince Prize, the catcher. Another shot, and that's going to get through into left field, and Prince Prize comes up with a single. So now runners at first and second with no outs, and Ladd Bradwick, the pitcher, comes in. He's locked in and fit, hitting .500 on the season. Infield's at double play depth.
Oh, come on.
Shot, and that's going to be into.
Oh, no.
No.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
And he missed it, and that's going to score a lot of runs. All right, so that was a triple. A triple into center field. There was a line drop. Center field, Magic Moore tried to get it with a diving catch, and he missed it, rolled back to the wall, allowing the 2 runners to score. So it's now wide loads 2, Beewolves nothing. Ladd Bradwick standing at third base with no outs. Darcy Hicks, the first baseman, fouls off the first pitch for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. That one's going to curve foul as well. So now Hicks has hit himself into the hole. No balls, 2 strikes with no outs. Now it's fouled straight back. 0-2 to Darcy Hicks, the first baseman. That's fouled off. Bender up to 35 pitches now. Fouled off. There's a shot to Freddie Knox. He's going to go to first. Oop, and then over to second. So they get Darcy Hicks at first base for 1 out. Ladd Bradwick was able to score, so the wide loads now with a 3-0 lead in the 3rd inning. Elora Franco's tense but fit. She's hitting .167. 0 for 1 today. Takes that one for a ball. Ball 1. There's a roller foul. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Nobody on base right now. Swing and a miss, and Elora Franco's behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Wide loads with a 3-0 lead. Swing and a miss, and Elora Franco goes down on strikes. Chimo Gaspar, the shortstop, he's locked in and fit. He's 0 for 1 though today. 2 outs now with the bases empty. Hurley Bender neutral and fit up to 12 Ks on the season. First pitch is fouled off into the dugout along the first baseline. Strike 1. Now it's outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Gaspar hitting .389. He's got a home run, 6 RBIs. Swing and a miss. He's looking for another home run. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gaspar locked in and fit. Got excellent power. Allen's inside. Evens to count up at 2. Bender delivers his 46th pitch. Popped up. Foul out of play. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Gaspar. Allen's fouled off as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bender closing in on 50 pitches in the 3rd inning. That's fouled off as well. 48th, he's going to deliver his 49th here. That's in there for called. 3rd strike, and Gaspar goes down on strikes. But the wide loads put 3 on the board. 3 runs on 3 hits. Beewolves, no runs on 1 hit. Eliza Peck, Hurley Bender, and Hanley Dexter is all going to come up and face Bradwick. Dexter is 1 for 1 with a double. Bradwick at 26 pitches with 1 strikeout. Eliza Peck, the catcher, neutral and fit, hitting .286 with an RBI. Took a couple of games off. Let Monstour hit, and she's back in now. That takes that one for a called strike. Takes that one for called strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Fouls that one up. There's a shot. That's going to get into right field. Unfortunately, Royds is going to be able to track it down and make the catch for the first out. 1 down now.
Boy, the Beewolves got to put some offense on the board. Now down 3-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd, and it's been a long, quiet absence from their offense. First one misses low. Ball 1-1 the count. Bradwick's coming in fast. That one's going to drop into left field. Nice liner out there over the head of the shortstop. And Bender's on.
Yes, sir. So we got a runner at first base, and Hanley Dexter is locked in and fit. He's 1 for 1 with a double, hitting .438 on the season. Led off the game with a huge double. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Strike 1. Throw over to first to keep Bender close. 1 ball, 1 strike. None. That's in there for called second strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Dexter is known as a tough out, though. One's off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. There goes Bender. There's a shot, and that's going to drop. And everybody's running. Dexter is going to come up with a triple here.
Yes.
So Hanley Dexter with a double and a triple. And the Beewolves are on the board, make it 3-1, Tom.
All right, Beewolves are in. It's only 1 out. So just this from Billy the Boink there. First one's outside ball, 1-0 the count. Second one's inside ball, 2 apiece. A fast runner at 3rd base. Hard hit in right center field, Pete. That's going to be in there. That's going to be multiple bases even for Billy LeBoink, who's going to slide in his second. He brought that second run. He didn't even slide, Pete. A stand-up double. That's the 2nd game in a row.
Yes, sir. Buster Biggs 0 for 1 at ace. 10th but fit. Another run on the board, so make it 3-2 in the bottom of the 3rd. Wide lows. First pitch, that goes up in the middle. That's going to go into left field. Shepard picks it up, makes the throw in. And again, with LeBoink not having a lot of speed, he's going to hold up at 3rd.
Boy, way to answer Beewolves' offense. All of a sudden woke up, and here comes Sturdy Woodman with pressure up. Only 1 out. Fans still cheering him on. See if we get another home run. Run inside. Good patience by Sturdy Woodman. Oh, there we are, 2-0. There it goes for second base. Basically, wow, that was good steal. Now an outfield single would bring in. Oh, he swings at a real bad pitch. 3-1 now. Now it's a hitter's pitch, and it's a floater. He's walked. Pete, the bases are loaded with 1 out.
Yes, sir. And in steps Freddie Knox. He's 0 for 1 today, hitting 167. Knox, too, has been on the bench for a couple of games. And a sacrifice bunt.
Oh, no.
It's going to be a double play.
Oh, my gosh.
And we're out of the
Oh,
inning.
my gosh.
3-2. So we're heading into the top of the fourth. Beewolves put 2 on the board. Elora 1 for 1. Wade Hobbs 0 for 1. And Izzy Baker 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Hurley Bender at 49 pitches with 3 strikeouts, a walk, giving up 3 hits. His ERA is at 6.23.
Elora.
Oh, boy. Here's Elroy's 1 for 1 with a single. Shake that last one off there. Okay, Beewolves' offense woke up. Now Hurley Bender's got to tighten up again. Have another inning where he doesn't give up any runs. That one's on the inside quarter. Elroy's 0-1 the count. Top of the fourth, 3-2 wide loads. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hurley Bender's ahead in the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3-pitch strikeout. It's a good way to start off, Pete. He's got confidence after taking part in that last half inning. Wade Hobbs comes up now. The 10th Wade Hobbs, 0 for 1. Still a good power hitter. Center fielder for the New York Wide Loads. Standing left-hand batter's box. Checks first, breaking pitch, slider inside corner, makes it, strike, 0-1 the count. Hard liner, first base line, off the wall, foul ball. Hurley Bender going to throw his 55th pitch. It's a little roller to Freddie Knox, who picks it up off the ground, double pump to first, second out. The Beewolves are 1 away from closing this side out quickly. And Izzy Baker comes up 0 for 1 on the day, but 500 on the season. So Hurley Bender going to put him away quick. Breaking pitch right in there for a strike, 0-1 the count. To Baker. Hard liner to right field. Oh, a jumping Magic Moore cannot get it. He's going to have to go to third. The runner's coming around, and the throw's not going to make it. It's a triple by Baker, who's now in scoring position. And that brings in Helva Shepherd, who walked earlier today. She's also hitting 500. So dangerous pitch to the Beewolves. One more. Bender starts it off with a strike, 0-1 the count. Second pitch in there for a strike. Here she's facing a whiff for her 60th pitch by Bender. Could he close it out? Ooh, she does not swing. 1-2 the count to Helva Shepherd. Swing and a miss, strike 3. She's got to throw to first to get that third out, and she does, Pete.
Yes, sir. So we're going into the bottom of the fourth. Wide loads 3 runs on 4 hits. Beewolves 2 runs on 5. Magic Moore 0 for 1. Bertha Banks 0 for 1. Eliza Beck 0 for 1. Bradwick at 46 pitches with a strikeout, a walk, giving up 5 hits. Magic Moore, the center fielder's neutral and fit. He's 0 for 1 today, hitting 188.
Beewolves hoping to mount a comeback here in the fourth inning. First one's in there for a strike. Slow pitch, 0-1 the count. Second one's right in there for 2 strikes. Quickly, Bradwick's got him in a hole. Bradwick's a good pitcher. Still hasn't thrown 50 pitches. There's a little liner on the ground at Gaspar. At shortstop, throws it over to first. 1 down.
Yep, and in steps Bertha Banks. She gave the ball a good ride in her first time up. Unfortunately, it didn't have enough and got caught on the warning track. So she's 0 for 1 today. Takes the first pitch high, ball 1. That's in there for called strike, 1-1. That's in there for called second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Bases empty. That one's popped up into right field, and everybody's collapsing on it. Right fielder Royds calls for it, and everybody backs off. Lets her make the catch for the second out. 2 down now.
This side of the lineup's got to start putting the offense in. It can't just be the other hitters. And up comes Eliza Peck, 0 for 1 on the day. Late swing, strike 1. And the count, Bradwick comes right at her, but it's a little bit low. Good patience, 1 apiece. Eliza Peck swings at a bad pitch high inside. Strike 2, 1-2. Oh, breaking pitch away. Fouls it off. Still 1-2, bottom of the fourth. That one's right in the inside corner, and Bradwick drops her.
Wow. Okay, so we're going into the top of the fifth. It's still 3-2. Wide loads. Prince Prize 1 for 1. Lad Bradwick 1 for 1 with a triple. Darcy Hicks 0 for 2. Bender at 61 pitches with 5 strikeouts, a walk, giving up 4 hits. His ERA's at 5.59. Prince Prize 1 for 1 with a single. Favors the outside pitch. Prize playing catcher for the wide loads today.
How about that?
Yes, sir. He anticipated that one, but fouled it off along the first baseline. No balls, 1 strike. That one's fouled off as well along the first baseline. No balls, 2 strikes. He's in the hole. No outs. Bases empty in the top of the fifth. Swing and a miss. and down goes Prize. And Brent Bender's up to 16 Ks this season. Lad Bradwick's locked in and fit. 1 for 1 with a triple. Hit 667 this season with 2 RBIs. Takes the first pitch, low ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
Good hitting pitcher.
Yeah. Bender delivers that one in there for called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Bender's locked in and fit, delivering his 67th pitch. That's a roller to Dexteris is going to make the dive, pick it up, make the throw, and just get him at first base. So 2 outs.
I think he hurt himself, though.
Oh, no. Yeah. Injury to Hanley Dexteris, a dislocated shoulder.
Oh, my God.
No. Oh, come on. You can't do that to us. Dexteris starts off with a double. Next time up hits a triple. Now he's dislocated his shoulder.
Oh boy! Oh, and that's gonna take him out for a little while. Well, the Beewolves can't do anything but replace him with Gina Torrance, who backs up second base. The tense Gina Torrance. This is gonna be tough. But Gina comes in. They hand her the glove, and that's rough.
Yeah, Gina Torrance, no errors, no home runs. She's tense but fit. She's got pretty good speed on the base pass. She's got a fair fielder with a poor arm. So, if anything, we may want to switch her and put her at second and then put... Can we do that? Or does Freddie Knox not play shortstop?
I don't think he plays.
Okay.
I don't think he does, but I'm not sure.
Darcy Hicks, the first baseman's locked in and fit. Fouls off the first pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one's fouled off, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2, 2 outs with the bases empty thanks to a diving play by Hanley Dexteris. That'll get into second base. That'll get into center field. Magic Moore will pick it up, throw it into Torrance at second for a clean single. So Hicks singles. Elora Franco, the first baseman, tense but fit. She's 0 for 2. She struck out her last time up. Bender at 70 pitches, about to throw his 71st. Franco offers that. It takes a cut, but misses it. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Throw over to first. And Hicks is back in time. Bender's mojo took a tumble. That one's fouled straight. Tommy, look out. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Elora Franco. She hit a roller to Bertha Banks. And she's going to miss it, but Torrance is going to pick it up and not make the throw in time. I don't know how Banks missed that one.
Yeah.
She was running right at it, and for some reason it slipped past her. Chimo Gaspar, the shortstop, he steps in. It's now 2 outs with runners at first and second. We got to get this one closed down here. There we go. A roller to Woodman. He'll pick it up. He's going to take it himself, step on first for the 3rd out. So, phew! Saw a little bit of everything in that inning, Tom. We're going into the bottom of the 5th. Hurley Bender 1 for 1. Gina Torrance's first at bat, and Billy LeBoink 1 for 2 with a double. Bradwick at 58 pitches with 2 strikeouts, a walk, giving up 5 hits. His ERA is at 2.79. Wide Load's holding on to a 3-2 lead. Hurley Bender's neutral and fit, 1 for 1 with a single today. First pitch for Bradwick. Bender fouls that one off. No balls, 1 strike. That one's low ball 1, 1-1. That one's outside ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bradwick throwing his 62nd pitch here. That's high. 3-1 now to Hurley Bender. That's a smash. That's going to be into.
Wade Hobbs.
Oh, and Wade Hobbs makes the sliding catch that Magic Moore missed earlier. So, wow, he gave it a good shot though.
He did. The tense Gina Torrance got the fans behind her. Hits a hard liner right to Dizzy Baker at second base. 2 outs real quick.
Oh, no. Billy LeBoink, the right fielder. I'm just holding my nose. That was so smelly. Neutral and fit. LeBoink likes the high pitch. He's hitting 273. Doubled his last time. That's going to be into the gap. That's going to drop.
Wade Hobbs!
Oh, Wade Hobbs with the diving catch. He had 2 in that inning, a sliding catch and a diving catch. Wade Hobbs keeping the wide loads out there. Elleroyd's Wade Hobbs and Izzy Baker are going to come up at the top of the 6th. 2 wide loads. Bender at 74 pitches. Elleroyd's tense but fit. 1 for 2 today with a single.
Oh,
wow.
Man, that was some amazing defense by Wade Hobbs. He's earning his paycheck for New York. Bender comes straight in there for a strike on that first pitch to Royds. 0-1 the count after 75 pitches. 76. Ooh, curve. Curve makes it outside corner. Strike 2. He goes right at her, Pete. 3 at his mojo up. She throws the bat. Swinging strikeout. Way to get right in there. But here he comes. Wade Hobbs tense. Can you believe it? Wade Hobbs, the center fielder, playing some great ball at center field. Put him in, coach. That first pitch, breaking pitch, misses inside, ball 1 to Hobbs. Hard hit to Bertha Banks, who gets this one. One pump to first, throws it over. 2 quick outs. Beewolves looking good defensively in this side. They're going to have to get back in or get some more offense going. Izzy Baker 1 for 2. They got to get past Izzy Baker first, though. Baker did damage earlier. Hits a liner to Bertha Banks, who dives. Oh, picked up. And it's in the dirt, and he's going to get to first base. Boy, he's having a great day today. Brings in hell of a Shepherd. 0 for 1. Pressure up, fast runner at first base. Early Bennett's got 80 pitches under his belt. She anticipated that first pitch middle in, but it's a ball, 1 on the count. There's a breaking pitch in there for a strike. We're not even a 1 apiece. Pressure up. Is that runner going to run? No, he does not. That one misses up high. 2-1 the count. Shepherd goes to first. Can't quite get him. Good try, Woodman. 1 and 2. 2 outs. 1 more to go. That one misses outside corner. 3 and 1 now. It's a hitter's pitch. The hell of a Shepherd. Oh, and it's dropped. She takes the base. The runner gets over. And now you got Prince Prize, who's 1 for 2. Pressure climbing up further. Wide loads threatening a score again. If they do, it's going to be tough for the Beewolves. We anticipate the first middle pitch outside misses. 1-0 the count. Hard foul off the net. We're at 1 apiece. Prince Prize has done damage to us before. Swing and miss, strike 2. Price struck out his last at bat. Breaking pitch, a little lower, fair ball. They go to first base. It's dropped. Sturdy Woodman drops the ball.
Come on. Now all of a sudden we're getting.
Just
come on.
Picks up the error. And now you got the bases loaded. Benner needs to get out. He's throwing his 90th pitch to start off the lad. Bradwick, who anticipated right into the glove. Those Sturdy Woodman, thank goodness. Oh,
phew. That one was rough going into the bottom of the 6th. Buster Biggs, 1 for 2. Sturdy Woodman, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Freddie Knox, 0 for 2. Bradwick at 65 pitches with 2 strikeouts, a walk, giving up 5 hits. He's at ERA 2.53. Wide load still holding on to a 1-run lead. Buster Biggs, the left fielder's 1 for 2 with a single.
He is. One swing in the back could tie this game up. It's breaking pitch in there for a strike by Bradwick. He's still looking good.
Oh, no.
Little roller, second base. Baker picks it up, throws it to first. 1 down.
Sturdy Woodman, the first baseman's 10th, but it fit. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, hitting .312 this season with a home run, 2 RBIs, 1 out with the bases empty for Woodman. That one's low, ball 1. That one's inside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Woodman. That one's low, 3-0. Hitter's pitch now to Sturdy Woodman. That's in there for called strike, 3-1. That's ball 4. Sturdy Woodman will reach again for the 2nd time with a base on ball, so he's on base.
All right, Freddie Knox is going to put some offense together here. He's 0 for 2 on the day. The pressure's up. He doesn't have a fast runner at first base, but only 1 out. It's a hard liner. That's going to be the gap in right field. It's a nice single by Freddie Knox, who finally puts it together and advances the runners. Now we got runners at first and second with 1 out.
With 1 out. Magic Moore's 10th, but Fitty's 0 for 2 today, hitting 176. Again, the runners at first and second. Woodman does not have a lot of speed.
No.
It's popped up, and that's going to be into foul territory, but it's going to get out of play into the stand. So no balls, 1 strike to Magic Moore.
Oh, Magic.
That one's popped up. And it looks like it's going to get caught. Everybody's back on base. 2 quick outs now. Well, 2 outs. Runners at first and second, and Bertha Banks stepping in.
Bertha Banks put one back to the wall earlier. It'd be nice for her to put one over. Pressure's way up, crowd on their feet. Cheering on Bertha! First one misses inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. That one's in there for a strike. We're even at 1 apiece. 78th pitch by Bradwick coming in right there. Outside corner, straight past him. Oh, and no, Sturdy's going to hold up at third base. He's not that fast. The throw comes in. We got the bases loaded.
Bases loaded again with 2 outs. Still Eliza Peck's 0 for 2 today, hitting .222 on the season. She's neutral and fit. A single ties it up, Eliza. She's been pretty good at at home plate. That one's in the dirt, ball 1. That one's inside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Eliza Peck.
Oh,
There's
no.
a slime drive to Chimo Gaspar, the shortstop, for the 3rd out. So we're heading into the top of the 7th. Wide Loads, 3 runs on 7 hits. Beewolves, 2 runs on 7 hits with an error. Darcy Hicks, 1 for 3. Elora Franco, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Chimo Gaspar, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Bender at 90 pitches.
We might see a reliever come in soon. We're not sure. Darcy Hicks 1 for 3 with a single and RBI. Do we put the reliever in now or no?
That's up to you. You're pitching, so if you feel more comfortable doing that. He's still, he doesn't have any red. That's inside, ball 1. He's at 17 Ks. If we can get 3 more, he'll be averaging 10 Ks a game. There's a shot,
no.
and that's going to get into. And he just missed with the dive. Buster Biggs picks it up, makes the throw in, and he's going to pull in the second. Darcy Hicks pulls in the second with a double. Another line shot out to left field, and Biggs tried to make the diving catch. Unfortunately, it got past him. So Elora Franco steps in. She's 1 for 2, 1 for 3. First pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at second base with about average speed. There's a roller to Bertha Banks. She's going to look the runner back to second, make the throw to Woodman at first, and get Franco for the first out. So 1 down, runner at second still. Chimo Gaspar 0 for 3 today. Gaspar has a lot of power. 1 out in the top of the 7th. Bender delivers inside, ball 1. Bender now starting to show some signs of losing a little velocity here. That one's fouled straight back. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Wide Loads with a 3-2 lead. That one's outside, ball 2. 2-1. Bender delivering his 98th pitch right here. Swing and a miss, and Gaspar couldn't catch up with that one. So the count is evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes with an out. That one's low. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at second base. Wide Loads, 1 run lead. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and he gets his 18th K of the season. This may be a good place to pull him. Ella Royds, 1 for 3 with a single.
Yeah, he's got 100.
Bender's at 100 pitches. He's showing some signs of where he picked up that 18th, so he's just too shy of averaging 10 pitches a game. Here comes Case Barajas. Barajas coming in to relieve Hurley Bender. Barajas with a 37.8 ERA, a 5.4 whip, and 2 strikeouts. He's neutral and fit. He's got good velocity. He has poor junk and about average. I'll bet a little bit better than average accuracy. He's well rested. He's got a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a changeup. Case Barajas' second appearance this season. Throws that one in there for a called strike. Strike 1. He inherits a base runner from Bender. That's in there for a call. Second strike, and very quickly Elroyd's in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Darcy Hicks at second. That's pounded foul out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Elroyd's. Wide Loads 3, Beewolves 2 in the top of the 7th. Barajas delivers, and there's a roller to Bertha Banks. She's going to pick it up, make the throw to Woodman for the 3rd out. Barajas gets us out of the 7th, so we're heading into the bottom of the 7th. Case Barajas leads off. Gina Torrens and Billy LeBoink going to face Ladd Bradwick, who's thrown 81 pitches with 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 7 hits. His ERA is at 2.31. Case Barajas hitting 1. Singled with an RBI in that one brief appearance he had.
All right. Well, hopefully he can add some more offense. The Beewolves are struggling there. First one misses. 1-0 the count. Pressure up. There's a hard hit, but it's to Hicks at first base. Tosses over to Bradwick and gets that first out.
Gina Torrens, the second baseman's tense but fit. She's 0 for 1 today. She's got no batting average. I don't think she's gotten a hit yet this season. First pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out. Nobody on in the bottom of the 7th. That one was inside, but they called it a strike. 1-1. That one's outside. 2-1. Bradwick's going so fast they can't keep up. She pops that one up into center field, and Wade makes the catch for the 2nd out. So 2 down now.
Boy, Beewolves struggling to try and get that offense going again, get the engine running. Billy LeBoink 1 for 3. That's the high pitch. The fans are behind him. Pitch outside, good eye, Billy LeBoink, 1-0 the count. That one's right in there, it's hard, but that's straight to Hicks, who's going to walk that down himself. 1-2-3.
Dag-nabbit, man, dag-nabbit. So we're going into the top of the 8th. It's still 3-2 wide loads. Wade Hobb for 3, Izzy Baker 2 for 3 with a triple and a strikeout. Hell of a Shepherd 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a strikeout. Barajas threw 4 pitches. ERA's down to a 31.5, Tommy. It's dropping like a rock.
Wade Hobbs 0 for 3. Hoping to go out 0 for 4. Power hitter. That one misses low. Barajas number 20. His second pitch of the inning. Check swing strike 1. 1 apiece, even at 1 apiece. 7th pitch from Barajas. Gets a signal from Peck. Winds up. Throws it. Inside corner strike. No swing. 1-2. He's got Hobbs in a hole. Can he pour dirt on him? Oh, that breaking pitch just misses south. No go. 2-2. Oh, he misses high now. And we got a full count. 3-2 to Wade Hobbs. 10th pitch by Case Barajas. Hard hit to Freddie Knox. Dives out to get it. Throws to first. Gets that out. Way to play it, Freddie Knox.
All right.
6 pitches on the last one. Izzy Baker's up now 2 for 3 with a triple and a single. He's a dangerous hitter. Pressure up still. 1 out. Barajas carefully thinking about his options. Check swing strike 1. The outfield's going to go deep for Izzy Baker. He's having quite a day. Breaking pitch into strike 2. The infield's going to go guard the lines. Little roller, Sturdy Woodman, who's got to run out to pick it up. He's going to toss it over to Barajas to get that second out. Good defense. I think they got past a tough spot there. Bring up a hell of a Shepherd now 0 for 1 with 2 walks. For some reason, the other Hurley Bender couldn't throw strikes. Her fans on their feet. They want her down. Ooh, that pitch inside corner makes it in. 0-1 the count. The ump likes Barajas, Pete. Ooh, fouls that one off third base line. Souvenir. She's a whiffer. 16th pitch by Barajas. Gets a signal from Peck. Nods, winds up, tosses. She anticipated the middle in pitch. 1-2. Hard foul back off the wall. Still 1-2 here in the top of the 8th. 1-run lead by the wide loads. Outside corner strike. She didn't like it. She jaws with the ref. Dump, Pete.
Yes, sir. So we're heading into the bottom of the 8th. Wide loads 2 runs on 8 hits. With Beewolves 2 runs on 7 hits with an error. Buster Biggs 1 for 3, 31 and 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a strikeout. Freddie Knox 1 for 3. Bradwick at 89 pitches with 2 strikeouts. Buster Biggs 1 for 3 with a single, hitting .350 on the season. Bottom of the 8th. Come on, Beewolves. We need at least 1 to tie this thing up. That first pitch is in there for called strike. Strike 1. That one's high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Buster Biggs. That one's inside, ball 2. 2-1.
Ooh.
That one's inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Oh.
Buster Biggs. Oh, he was out in front of that one. Full count now. Biggs fouls that one off along the first baseline. That one's high, ball 4. And Buster Biggs leads off with a walk, so 1 on with no outs.
Winning run at the plate. Sturdy Woodman 0 for 1 with 1. There goes Lad Bradwick. That's going to be it. After that walk, they didn't, the wide loads pulled him. New York's going to go with Bale Bozer, the relief pitcher. Bale Bozer's got a 10.80 ERA and a 2.40 whip. He's got 4 Ks on the season. He doesn't throw the ball too hard, but he's got crazy junk and accuracy. He's well enough rested. He's pitched somewhat recently. He's a specialist against other right-handers. He throws a 4-finger, the slider, the screwball, and the changeup. And he's going against the left-handed Sturdy Woodman. Pressure way up. That one's in there for strike. One with a count to Woodman. Swing and miss, strike 2 inside corner. Goes to first, does not get Buster Biggs. Still 0-2. Pops that one up in the left center field. That's going to be the first out of the inning. Wade Hobbs, Pete.
Thought I had that one. Freddie Knox, neutral and fit, 1 for 3 with a single, hitting .214 on the season. Runner at first base with 1 out. Buster Biggs at first with a lot of speed. First pitch that's going to get into center field for a clean single. Hobbs will pick it up and get it in quickly to Chimo Gaspar. So runners now at first and second with 1 out.
And the pressure way up to the 0-3 Magic Moore, who's not doing well today or this season yet. But a timely home run would sure turn things around for Magic, the Magic Man. First one misses, ball 1, 1 to the count. An outfield single would be nice. That's fouled off at the net. One apiece. That one's somehow in there. Strike 1 and 2 the count. Infield fly, so there's going to be a fly rule. Shortstop run back to get it. Chimo Gaspar pulls it for second out.
2 outs. Runners at first and second. God dang it. Bertha Banks neutral, hit 1 for 3 with a single, hitting .333 with a home run, 1 RBI. Bozer known as a specialist. ERA's down to 9. First pitch is low, ball 1. That's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Come on, Bertha. There's a shot. That's going to get into left field, and the speedy Buster Biggs is around. He's going to come across and score, tie the game up at 3. 3-3 now with Eliza Peck stepping in. She's 0 for 3.
Hey, Beewolves, way to go. All right, good RBI there by Bertha Banks. And now you got the winning run at the plate. Early swing into the wide loads dugout. 0-1 the count. Eliza Peck. That one makes inside corner 0-2. He's got her in a hole. Pressure way up, way outside. No one's swinging at that. 1-2 the count to Eliza Peck. That's a little roller. That's straight to Gaspar. He's going to throw out at first and then that side.
But we pick up 1, so the game is tied up as we head into the top of the 9th. It's 3-3. Prince Fries 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Bale Boozer first at bat. Darcy Hicks 2 for 4 with a double. Case Barajas 18 pitches with a strikeout. His ERA is down to 21. Prince Fries, the catcher, favors the outside pitch. He's 1 for 3 with a single, hitting .273. Game is tied up 3-3 as we get the 9th going. First pitch by Barajas is in there for a called strike. Strike 1. That one's inside, ball 1. Even though the pitch looked like it was in the exact same spot. 1 ball, 1 strike with no outs. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Prince Prize in the top of the 9th. That one's outside, ball 2. Count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, outside, ball 3, and the count has gone full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's in there for a called third strike, and Barajas seems like he's starting to get things fired up. So 1 down in the top of the 9th. Bale Bozer, the relief pitcher, steps into the box. I don't know if they're going to let him hit.
Yeah.
They're expecting Bozer to pitch the 9th, so 1 out with the bases empty. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. This is Bozer's first at bat of the season. That's in it for a called second strike, and very quickly Bozer's in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. That one's high, ball 1. 1-2. Bozer with a little bit of power, a little bit of speed. There's going to be a roller to Gina Torrance. She'll pick it up, make the throw to Woodman for the second out. So 2 quick outs. And now Darcy Hicks locked in and fit. The first baseman 2 for 4, a double, a single, and an RBI. Darcy Hicks 2 home runs on the season. Pounds that one into center field. That's going to be gone. 3 home runs on the season. And the wide loads retake the lead. It's now 4-3 in the top of the 9th. That went 444 feet. That's his 3rd home run and 6th RBI of the season. And the wide loads, as I said, have recaptured the lead in 4 Case Barajas. Elora Franco 10th but fit 1 for 4 with a single, hitting 190. 2 outs, bases empty. Barajas delivers. That's fouled back. No balls, 1 strike. Barajas up to 30 pitches. That's in it for called second strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Elora Franco. Barajas delivers low. Ball 1. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Elora Franco goes down on strike. So that's 3 outs, but the wide loads recapture a 1-run lead. So Case Barajas 0 for 1, Gina Torrance 0 for 2, and Billy LeBoink 1 for 4 with a double. Bozer up to 15 pitches with giving up 2 hits. His ERA is down to an 8.31. Case Barajas 0 for 1, hitting .500 on the season.
Now in the game, Trisha
Now looks like Elora Franco is going to get lifted. Oh man, how she has fallen. Trisha Lee is going to come in and take over duties at third base for Elora Franco. Franco's fielding seems to be, she's tense but fit, and her fielding seems to be struggling right now. So they're going to bring in a defensive replacement. Trisha Lee will take over at third base. Looks like Case Barajas is going to get lifted here in favor of a pinch hitter. Ruby Green, the pinch hitter, is going to come in. She's hitting 500 neutral and fit. She's got about average power, average contact, and average speed, but she's known around the league as an RBI man. So, come on, Ruby, let's get something going here. A little rally in here. She fouls that one off baseline, strike one. That one's low ball one. 1-1. That one's low ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ruby Green. That's popped up into center field. It looks like Hobbs is going to get there and make the catch. Wade Hobbs makes the catch. 1 down.
Gina Torrance 0 for 2. If we pull her, I don't know who we would put at shortstop.
Yeah, I know, but if we don't score, it doesn't matter.
Oh, and they're going to pull her. They're going to go with Poke Foster. He's going to come in, and Poke's good contact hitter. The pressure up here. And so we'll see. Poke's got a 600 average, a 1 home run, and 2 RBIs. So Poke getting a chance to do something. Hits a liner out in the right center field. That's going to get past the center fielder, Wade Hobbs. He's coming around to second base. Poke's going to slide in there for a double beat. Nicely done, Pokage.
All right, so the tying run is at second. Winning runs at home plate. Billy LeBoink likes the high pitch. He's 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. He's hitting .231 on the season. First pitch that's lifted into center field. Wade Hobbs is going to make the catch for the second out. Foster standing at second. So 2 down now with a runner at second base.
Boy, that was right in there. Buster Biggs could end this game with a home run, Pete. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. The fans going nuts. They need this run to tie it up. Swings, fouls it off the net. 0-1 the count. Bosa delivers outside corner. It's a roller to Chimo Gaspar. Is going to pick it up, throw him out, and end this game, Pete. And the Beewolves drop another one.
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this.
Oh, golly.
This sucks. Again, it sucks. 1 for 4.
Oh, man. They got some offense going at some point, but they just couldn't get it going when they needed it. They didn't get enough. I mean,
yeah.
The Wild Loves have a big third inning. Get 3 runs. Beewolves come right back, get 2 answered. They get 1 more in the bottom of the 8th, but they couldn't hold out in the bottom of the 9th. A poor pitch selection by Case Barajas to throw the changeup. It was a little too close to the middle, and gets that home run, and it's 1 hit difference. 10 hits to 9. Although they had 1 less, and they get 4-3, and we get an error on a Sturdy Woodman drop. It's tough.
Yeah, which is weird. You don't see that type of stuff out of Sturdy Woodman.
Yeah. Darcy Hicks goes 3 for 1, had a good day. Gets a home run, 2 RBI, 400 on the season. Elora Franco comes in, she gets a hit, 1 for 5, and she ends up striking out twice, so they pull her. Gaspar 0 for 4, although he's playing well at second base. Wade Hobbs 0 for 4, playing great in center field. Baker.
Defensively, yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, gets 2.
Yep. And then over there for the Beewolves, obviously, we missed Hanley Dexteris. The guy came out and was tearing the cover off the ball, and then we lose him early.
Yeah, 2 for 2 with a run and an RBI.
Yeah, and those 2 runs, again, double and a triple. I mean, he was hitting the ball, and he was hitting the ball for extra bases. I mean, that's a big offensive spark plug we lost. And we bring in, of course, Gina Torrance, who's just
just sucks this year. I mean, she literally. Sorry about that. She's literally been in 2 games, 2 full games, 2.5 full games, 2 full games and a half, and she's got no batting average. She literally has not hit the ball. Yeah. And then she comes in, she gets 2 opportunities here and doesn't hit the ball. That's nuts. Yeah. Poke Foster, he comes in, he's 1 for 1. Again, Poke's just been solid. Billy LeBoink, 1 for 5. That's, I mean, what is that? Yeah. Buster Biggs, 1 for 4. Sturdy Woodman, 0 for 2, which, okay, he got 2 walks, which, again, that's good, but I need to see him hitting. He's got to hit the ball. Yeah. It's just, Freddie Knox, he got off the snide. He went 500 for the day, 2 for 4.
brought up his average. He was below, I think he was below 200, so that's a good one. Magic Moore, 0 for 4, nothing.
Yep.
Bertha Banks went 2 for 4. That's nice for her. She's got her average up to 375. Eliza Peck, 0 for 4. She's dropped below 200 now.
Yeah.
Bender did pretty good. He went 1 for 2 and he scored a run, so good for her. I mean him. So just the offense is just not there. I just don't get it.
Yeah, Lad Bradwick comes in, throws 7 innings for the wide loads, gives up 7 hits, 1 per inning. The 3 earned runs, walks 3 batters, strikes out 2. His ERA is at a 2.84. Not the best day, but not a bad day. Bozer comes in and gets the win, goes 2 innings, gives up 3 hits, no runs. Closes things down with a 6.75 ERA, and now he's 1-1-0.
Hurley Bender came in. He pitched 6 2/3, gave up 8 hits, only 3 earned runs, 2 walks. He struck out 8 though. Again, Hurley Bender averaging 9 strikeouts a game. He's been in 2 games, got 18 strikeouts. His ERA stays at about a 4.38. I think that's maybe a little bit up, but not much over what he started with. Case Barajas comes in. He gets another loss. He's 0 for 2 on the season. He pitched 2 1/3. He looked a lot better this time, except for, like Tommy said, there was just that one pitch. He gave up that one hit, which went over the wall. 1 hit, 1 earned run. He had 3 Ks, which is nice. I'd like to see that. I like to see him powering up a little bit. But it was a home run. He did bring his ERA down. It was at 37-something, and now it's down to 18. But his record is 0-2 on the season, which is not good.
Stars of the
game. 3 stars to the game. First star of the game is B+ first baseman Darcy Hicks. So good old number 27 for the New York Wide Loads. He's 3 for 5 today with a home run, a double, 2 RBIs, and he scored a run. That's a full day's work, Tommy.
Wow, yeah.
He could go ahead and punch out and feel good about it.
Yeah. I mean, you beat out Elora Franco for that position. That's big right there. That comes up. Second star of the game, our star shortstop Hanley Dexteris, who went 2 for 2 with a triple, a double.
He only played 3 innings. And he's the star of the game.
An RBI and a run, was having just a stellar day. Great start to the season before he dislocates his shoulder. And now I don't know when we're going to see him back in the lineup. He's going to be out for a little while. Yeah,
he'll mix some time. And, of course, the third star of the game, the A- starting pitcher, Lad Bradwick. He went 1 for 3 with a triple. He had 2 RBIs and he scored a run. So he's not getting the credit for pitching. He's the third star of the game for the offense he provided. You don't see that very often for a pitcher to get credit. Third to become a star of the game for their offense. So Tommy G, 4 hits, 2 RBIs, a great catch, 1 stolen base, and 6 strikeouts for a contribution of 54%. Pete J with 6 hits, 1 RBI, 1 great catch, and 5 strikeouts for 46% contribution. Which is pretty much, I think, how it's been running this first 5 games.
Well, all right, post-game show. It's another loss to talk about. Beewolves just got to get the offense going. It's just they're good. They had that short little window where they were doing it, but they got to put it together a little bit more consistently. I think technically speaking, we found a good difficulty level on this game now. And when we play well, we do all right. But when we make mistakes like I did on that pitch, we get punished. So it'll be a battle to get back in it, but they can do it. I mean, our next game. Let's see. We're looking at the schedule again. Now we're gonna pack up, head out to Sky Harbor, and fly out of here for Hawaii, sunny Hawaii, which is kind of nice. Beavis Ortiz is going to get to start against Melody Moods. We're going to face the Burners in the Shaka Sports Turf for 1. So we should be able to take the Burners, right? Where are we at in the standings? Burners are second. We're tied with the Sandcats at 1-4. Phoenix has 2 1-4 teams.
Yeah, I think we've got the worst records in the league, don't we?
Yeah, the Crocodiles are 0-4. They don't have their first win yet, but boy, there's gonna be 14 games before that going on. You have Sirloin's Water Bullets. That's a division rivalry there. The Moonstar's going to play those burners out in Hawaii, so that'll be interesting to see. Just looking, yeah, it's still so early in the season to really think about it. So it looks like the Sirloins are in Fort Lauderdale for 2 games. And then these wide loads play the Buzzards. So the Buzzards is still the only team to have won all their games so far.
Yeah.
Well, we also have a little bit of news after that last game. Gina Torrance feels a little stiffer than usual, which showed up in that game. She had to come in relief. Hanley Dexteras, the 35-year-old second base shortstop, like Pete was saying, has kind of struggled this season. Her fielding drops 8 from a 75 to a 67. That's big.
Yeah, it is. So she goes down. Her fielding goes down, which is horrible because we need her now. So
yeah.
The Platypi signed Malik Aguirre, replacing Rory Crowds. Rory Crowds is a B- left fielder, first baseman, 33-year-old. He's got 67 power, 46 connectivity, 66 speed, 72 fielding, and 42 arm. And they're going to pick up They pick up Malik Aguirre, and he's replacing Rory Crowds. Aguirre is a B- 20-year-old second baseman, shortstop. He's got 60 power, 39 connectivity, 53 speed with an 80 fielding and a 26 arm. So I'm not real sure what that is. It's not even a money move because
he's better fielder. It's quite a bit. Yeah, he's better fielder.
Yeah, but I mean, again, you're releasing Rory Crowds, who's a 72 for an 80. You pick up 8, but everywhere else you're losing.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that move. And then, like I say, Aguirre is going to make 4.7 mil, where Crowds was only making 4.6. So, and maybe they don't need a second baseman shortstop.
Well, and then
maybe they got too many.
They do another move there. They signed Connor Pitts, replacing Deft Weddams. So Deft Weddams has been there for a while. The 31-year-old starter/reliever, B- ranked Deft Weddams, known mostly for his accuracy, pretty average in the other areas. A composed pitcher. He was making $4.5 million. They pick up the 28-year-old reliever, Connor Pitts, who was doing very well. I want to say Connor was playing in, I thought Fort Lauderdale. I thought he was playing for the Bullets, but I don't know. Let's see. Wherever he was playing, he's a B+ ranked. They're going to get more velocity. He throws the ball harder. He's got better junk, and he's more accurate. So he's generally a better pitcher, and he's not a bad contact hitter as well at 40. So they're going to pay $7.4 million for Connor Pitts to be a reliever there in San Diego. So that sets us up again. I would say we'll have those other 14 games to call before the next game, where we show up down in Hawaii to play those burners. Maybe the Moonstars could take one to them before we see them. But I guess until then, we got a 1-4 record. We got to hope to come back from Hawaii with a 2-5. We're really kind of in a desperate situation.
Yeah, I mean, that's the old saying. You can't play yourself into the playoffs at the beginning of the season, but you can play yourself out of them. You can dig yourself into a big enough hole that you just can't get out of it. That's where you're starting. That's what you got to start worrying about. At 1-5. Obviously, you got a 44-game season. If you look at it in terms of quarters, the first quarters of the first 11 games, and we're 1-4. So, we're almost we're about halfway through it, and we've only got one win to our name. So that's not good. That's not good.
Yeah. Well, when we get to that first quarter, that's a likely stopping point to make any moves if we were so inclined. So maybe even around the next game, we want to take a look at who's on waivers, just to get a feel to see if there's anyone we need to star.
Yeah, I saw Ham Slamus is out there. I was looking at second baseman.
Oh.
Because it just while we were just talking here at the end of the game, because I'm not real happy with Gina Torrance. She's, like you were saying, she struggled a little bit at second base. She's really having problems getting the ball to first base at shortstop.
Yeah.
So it's like if we can find somebody I was looking at second baseman. I should have been looking at shortstops.
Well, I
just
mean,
realized-
usually for Handley, because Ham Slamus is a shortstop. He's got a backup for second base.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah. Or if you got like someone like Winston Draper plays second base, third base, he's there. But then when you look at like also Romatisse Weber, let go by the what's it called, the Freedom. She plays second base, shortstop.
I go. I'll be looking at like Ham Slamus or Charlie Lopez.
Yeah.
Aromatisse is a C+, which isn't bad, but I think when you look at, especially when you look at, I think it's Charlie Lopez.
Yeah, but do you want to pay $10 million for someone who's going to back up Handley Dexterous?
Yeah, you're right. I think that's why I kind of went to Ham Slamus.
Yeah. Whereas Winston
4.4 mil.
Winston Draper is making 4.2. He's 76 power. I mean, he's not a great contact hitter, but he's a great fielder. 82. He's
Who?
not good. Winston Draper.
Winston Draper, he only wants 4.2. What is his number? Played for the Sandcats.
Yeah.
2 seasons.
Well, Aromatisse Weber is an 84 fielder as well. Sammy Shigatani, she's second base, third base. She's a 56 contact and a 65 fielder with a 53 arm. You never know.
Yeah.
Never do.
But it looks like these are gonna be conversations that we start having again. I think. I don't know if we have another shortstop on us, but I would definitely, if we could, I would definitely prefer moving Freddie Knox to short and Gina Torrens to second base.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we can. Let's see. Yeah, if I go to Freddie Knox, second base, I go.
Yeah, he just plays second.
Yeah, he just plays second base.
Yeah, crap.
He's got to play there. He's got to do it.
We don't have anybody else who could move over to short.
Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah, we can talk like this all night. All right. So we should wrap it up. So we will then head on out to Hawaii and see you guys at the Shaka Sports Tour. We're hoping we can steal one from the Burners. Get back here with 3 games from 500. So until then, this is Tommy G.
And this is PJ. And we're saying, get out of here.